Onivia, League of Legends highlights, powered by Strafe Esports app. Everything esports.
We'll see where the Unicorns decide to go with their last pick. Could be an AD carry.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Tristana locked in.
I was going to say they need to make sure they get some physical damage into their team composition, but also they picked...
Know where Clutch Gaming are going to be looking soon.
Yeah, they absolutely specialize in Rift Herald fights. In the regular season, they got Rift Herald in about 90% of their games, but they're already moving quick to topside. Lyra again trying to gank, knowing the ult's down.
Boss uses the shape splitter. Huni trying to get the damage down, but Boss flashes away. Lyra with the first blood, and Anasik going in. Void Seeker chases him down, and Huni can't get away.
And now Lyra's trapped.
Stuck, and with the rest of the Unicorns coming in, Lyra trying to get away, but he's not yet level 6. No Man's jumps forward. That's 2 for the Unicorns.
And that's exactly the type of stuff Unicorns wants. Not well. Could very well go in their favor. This could dictate maybe even the rest of the game if there's a big fight.
That's the question. How close will this fight be? Reptile picked up. Scutler picked up, and Anasik quite low. Demonte going in. Nomad's having to jump away. Lyra's down to about 300 HP, but he's still got the jump back. Here comes Huni in from the side, trying to take down that Rek'Sai. The rest of the Unicorns are on their way. Boss still pushing in top. Huni going forward. Can't quite catch onto the Rek'Sai.
And now he's over the wall by himself.
Boss going in. Huni no flash. Inax and Edward on their way. The Rift Herald has been started here by Clutch. Huni caught out the Pop Blossom. It's actually Inax who takes the kill. Rift Herald still the target here for Clutch. They always invest into this.
High value, and if at first you don't succeed, just keep running at Rift Herald. That's Clutch's motto, and I think they're going to get it.
I think they get it this time. Unicorns of Love said, okay, boss, you stay down towards
Eddie,
the
what
bottom.
are you doing?
Edward just face checked straight into them. That was a diabolical mistake. Inax trying to steal this across the wall, won't quite get it. And Anasik going in, but the smite was landed by Lyra. They'll pick up the Rift Herald, and now when Anasik needs to get out of there, Huni's on the other side of the wall. Inax going to try and get some damage down. The knocker comes out, and Huni's quite low. He jumps across the wall. And the chrono break from they keep going for these aggressive plays, but sometimes you're just outstatted by your opponents. Now we'll see Huni going in once again. The parallel convergence isn't going to land onto Boss, but the jump comes forward. Look at the damage from Boss! The tower! Rift Herald tries to take it. Huni's going to go in. Takes a lot of damage. Inax looking for the stun. Can't quite land it, but the rockets will connect. Unicorns take 2. They don't even lose their tower in the top lane. And meanwhile, the rest of them are pushing in mid. Vulcan going in, gets the knock-up. Cody Sun trying to get the damage down. The quickness comes out. Demonte from the side is going to catch onto Edward, who's once again overstayed. Edward flashes away. The damage coming onto Demonte is huge. No Man's putting it out. And Anasik there as well. He's ignited. He'll fall. That ends up being a 1-for-1 trade in the mid lane.
Cody
in the lead, 2,500. They're going to get the first dragon of the game. It is a Cloud. They have the only turret.
Emphasis on Clutch Gaming to try and make stuff happen, which is why you see them moving first to the objective.
They're the ones that get control of the river. The Scuttle Crab has gone down for the Unicorns, but now Clutch are a little bit split. Demonte's down towards the bottom side, and Anasik has the flank position. The knockup's going to land onto Vulcan. Cody Sun pumps the Death Storm to try and get away, but Vulcan's already down. And look at the damage on Cody Sun. No Man's just deletes him. The rest of Clutch are falling in the pit. There's nowhere for Lyra to go. It's a double for the Unicorns as they clean up Clutch in the river.
And Medic, with how many people they just killed, and the fact that they killed the enemy
Clutch in some of these fights. Incredible stuff by them. They will get the Baron, as you said, Jet. And now it's all on Clutch to defend.
Each of the soul laners, but there will be one more Baron wave if they chose to do so. That would actually be a time for Clutch to try and get a fight.
Edward oversteps, Black Shield comes down, Huni could jump all the way onto the back line. He's going in! Hollow! He's going to take down Edward, but now he's on the back line, has to pop the Zhonya's. He's in the Twilight Shroud, and he'll get out. Great play there.
Okay, but did he do that, you know, in the LCK?
Yeah.
Did he do that in the LEC? No.
Unicorns of Love are going to do this Baron. Clutch.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to react in time. It's gone. The inhibitor was saved in the top lane, but Unicorns of Love start.
Canada, especially as they might be in these extended siege scenarios as they're trying to just land one binding. But Edward again!
Face check straight into Lyra, but meanwhile, the rest of the Unicorns were looking down towards that bottom lane. Huni is in the Twilight Shroud, but now he's been spotted out. He's on the wrong side of the map, and the Unicorns are chasing him down. Trying to stampede over Clutch in game 1 of Worlds, and Huni, he's caught out. No Man's jumps forward, Huni goes down, the Unicorns get their 10th kill of the game.
And this is the Huni that you ended up seeing.
The Unicorns just demolishing the base here of Clutch. Huni's still 3 seconds away, where the TP wards, a couple very deep into the jungle of Clutch if Huni wants to try and get behind this team, but instead Clutch are just going to try and defend. 4 players in the bottom lane, 1 in the mid. Boss coming in from the side as well. That's just the shape splitter though. Now, and Anasik is going to jump forward down into the GA. Boss has the flash Pop Blossom. If he can land a Tangle Barb, so he can't quite connect. Inhibitor falls mid, Inhibitor falls bot. And now Unicorns can
just these engages.
That would be the Infernal as well. Unicorns of Love have had total control over the Dragons this game. 4 of them to Cloud. TSM, where they kept fighting until the very last. Have memories of the Pantheon game in Game 1, where they just kept going for these engages.
Yeah, the Waves are in a spot where Clutch could theoretically get a good flank, but that teleport is so far away.
Damonte's going in. Huni on towards the back line, almost chunked out. Damonte's all the way on the back of this fight, but is it too little, too late? They jump in. Inax takes down one answered on the side of Clutch as the damage comes down. Lyra trying to do the damage off towards the side, and Nanasik has fallen. Cody's son, it's all on you. Damonte tries to heal up, but Boss goes in with a Pop Blossom, and now 3 members of Clutch are down. It's Cody, it's Lyra trying to defend versus Noman's, Inax, and Boss. Noman's jumps away. Inax maybe overstayed. Huni back up, joins the time, but Lyra's down, and now Noman's can open up, but Huni jumps back. The stopwatch comes out from Noman's, but Huni has the damage. He shuts him down, and Clutch have held on. Inax tries to jump onto Cody's son, but Cody's son is doing what he can. Inax almost falls. Huni goes down towards the top side, and the Unicorns of Love have just held on.
And now Cody is all by
Deal with all 3 waves at once.
I feel like this is a bluff by Clutch Gaming. They should not be here because it will be 5v4.
Nomans gets a little bit of damage onto Vulcan. Jumps forward, looking forward. Vulcan has to jump away. Busts a shot, not quite enough. He can tick, but he pops the stopwatch and he manages to survive. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Damonte has been chucked out by the Unicorns. And you have to feel that's it. You have to feel it's done. Unicorns now don't even need
into the base as Yolo tries to win the game.
We'll see if Unicorns are able to close it out here. The Pop Blossom comes out from Boss. Huni jumping onto Noman's. Quickness comes out as well, but Noman's is able to get away in time. And Nanasik down into the GA.
Cody.
And that is the kill. Inax taking down Lyra. And Nanasik rooted up. Cody's son still trying to get the damage in here on the Xayah, but unable to find the connections. The mid lane inhibitors respawn. Bot lane's respawned as well. But the Unicorns of Love can just push in. Now it's a 5v3. Clutch Gaming trying to hold on to some semblance of the game, but the Nexus Towers are the target, and Unicorns will start Worlds off with a bang as they take down Clutch Gaming.
And welcome to Worlds. Clutch Gaming, the Pool 1 team in this group, falls to Unicorns, who have 3 members of the Vega Squadron team who went 5-1 in the MSI play-in group, so not a team to be taken for granted or looked past. And Clutch Gaming will have to bounce back from this one.
Need a big turnaround from Clutch. They do still have time, as we said. Game 1, they seem to experiment just a little bit with the Renekton pick. Seem to have just a few things that weren't conventional for Clutch, and they have that for Dead Nation, Focus Me, and Nocturne on the side of Steel.
So they're flexing Echo, probably.
Yes.
Unless they really wanted to go spicy.
So
I wonder if it's something about like first week of play-in, not wanting to get all in. Speaking of which, this is really good gank timing from Xerxes.
Hook onto Norscarin, though he's almost dead. Heals up with the Guardian Gang, gonna take a lot of damage here. Doesn't have the flash, he's down. First blood to Splice.
Oh, such a good beat.
Probably Norscarin, Utapon has his. When we get towards level 6 here for DFM, though, that's where they can really start to make plays. Evie gonna try and jump away. The stun, almost gonna connect it from Chachi. Flashes forward, there's the stun, and Evie locked up underneath this tower. Xerxes will cull him. Another kill across the Splice.
I'm really surprised Evie didn't.
As he was against some of his LJL counterparts.
They might be trying to get the kill onto Hecarim here.
Parallel convergence.
He might be able to solo kill him, actually.
I think he just gets him. The smite comes down. One more auto should be enough. Xerxes just about able to survive, and here comes the paranoia. And Ceros jumps underneath the tower. The damage coming back from him. Splice is not enough. The hook's still going to land onto Norscarin, who has to flash away. Here's Humanoid from the backside of the fight. Ceros rooted up, locked down, and the kill comes in for Kabi. Utapon unable to join his team, and Humanoid can still chase. Realm Warp forward. Splice going to take it. 2 members strong. The Flavum Gang trying to push him away, and here comes Utapon. But the knockup's not quite going to connect. Gang goes down. Humanoid still chasing. Utapon flashing forward. The damage from Splice is huge here, and Utapon has to run away. Kabi landing the feathers one after one after one, and the Blade Caller rips them back through Utapon.
Such slim margins. I actually think in this context, like, Ceros is proving Nocturne mid to be a good and viable pick.
Don't say that!
Yes.
Vedius will lose Elo. The paranoia coming out in the mid lane as the parallel convergence connects as well. And just as you say it, Jat, you were proven correct. Nocturne mid, everyone. Mid, strong situationally. Splice starting up the Cloud Drake here, but DFM able to force them away. So Humanoid, of course, only just respawning means that he wouldn't be anywhere near that.
Splice in a few seconds, it's up. Now it is. Will we see a fight?
Seros there, Xerxes just around the corner. Paolo converges coming out, the onslaught of shadows. The root's going to connect onto Seros, who pops Paranoia straight away. Norscaven gets the double knockup though, and it's 3v2 in favor of Splice. They take down one. The jump back from Steel with the chrono bait.
Approach 50 minutes at closer to a 3,000 gold lead, which is actually quite large at this point in the game. But here comes that Nocturne.
Paranoia. Nocturne's coming to get you as he jumps in. Seros taken low though, trying to get on towards the backline. Kobe with the Featherstorm was able to survive. Seros so low, the Blade Caller will rip back through him. And here comes the onslaught of shadows. Steel has to flash away. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, the box came down, but Gang has fallen. The damage coming out from Chachi is humongous. Let's go down towards bot. Unipon able to get taken down there by Humanoid as well. They are 6,000 gold behind. 9 kills, 3 down. Get as many fights as possible. And I now think we've hit a healthy balance where we respect, you know, some of the LCK teams who've added a little bit of skirmishing into their style, but they can also look for fights like this. Now, meanwhile, in the mid lane, Kobe just on a rampage. The hook wasn't enough. Gang's gonna fall as well, and as you said, it's just Splice doing it by the numbers here. Xerxes was on the flank. Evie unable to find any sort of connection. 11 kills to 3 up. They've already broken the tier 2 in the bottom lane. They're looking towards tier 2 mid and the tier 2 top. Evie jumping in, caught out in the slicing mouse jump, and he went just a little bit too deep here. He's gonna go into mini just before he falls. It's another kill over to Splice.
Yeah, this one is much choice, and I think Splice is gonna. They just need to make sure they stay as grouped as possible so that the Nocturnal can't end up getting picks. Or, hey, let's just go in.
Yeah, Norscaven goes in for the engage. Steel's going to pop the chrono break. That was a little bit ambitious, you have to feel. And meanwhile, on the backside of the fight, Humanoid is fleeing and going in. The perfect position here for DFM, and they are sweeping Splice. A double kill comes out. Chachi trying to go back in. Look at the damage coming back out from Xerxes. Kobe on the front line now opens up, and it turns around. But in a moment, for a moment there, Detonation focus me. Detonation focus me can't challenge.
Yep, make sure they're collecting as many objectives bot side as possible. And their Baron DPS is not that great, but again, huge gold deficit, and now Splice back on the Baron.
No teleport, no flash, no quickness on the Rakan though, and Evie almost has the Mega Gnar. Hook coming out, Norscaven gonna catch out Steel. Kobe goes godlike. Once again, it feels like one of Gang's hooks maybe basted in his jungler just a tad. Detonation focus me shouldn't be able to fight this now that the jungler is down. Splice will secure a 23.5-minute Baron, a 10,000 going up to about 12,000 gold lead after they get this. And you have to think they should just be able to get towards these side lane inhibitor down to about half HP. Splice should get this one. Detonation focus me, unable to find an engage to answer it. Norscaven gonna jump across the wall here onto Vizichachi, and now Splice rotate towards the mid lane. Second inhibitor tower, their target, Evie. Whoa, Evie almost down. Humanoid flashing in, but Evie goes out. There's the Paranoid coming out. The slicing mouse one's going to connect onto Gang. The unstoppable also on towards the back line, and here comes the damage. Round warp in. It's only Kobe, but he will steal away the kill from Steel. And now Unicorn is in an awful position. Double kill over to Splice. They take 3. They take the second inhibitor, and they'll be looking for the Nexus.
Yep, still have another minute and 20 seconds on this Baron. They have the teleport on Chachi, who really actually wanted to get back to base so he could teleport on that minion, which ended up being killed, but they were all coming back in here and looking to take their first game at Worlds.
Yeah, still a minute left on the Baron buff. Should be pretty easy here for Splice. They're going to strike first as they take the damage onto Evie. He almost falls on the fountain. Just give it to him. It's a double for Kobe. The Nexus towers fall, and Splice strike first in Group B.
And a beautiful first game from Kobe. 11-0-5, 30 more CS than his opponent. So many clutch team fights where he dodged the enemy engage just right while still getting out maximum damage. That is basically the Splice we expected to see coming out here, if not a little bit faster.
A lot faster than I was expecting, chat, I'll be honest.
I mean,
they ended the game before the 30-minute mark. What's going on?
To be fair, if you're like this really strong person and these other people just keep throwing themselves at you, I don't know if that's ever happened to you.
We did. Unicorns of Love here, looking towards their mid lane, you have to expect. No Man's has a wealth of options left open. The Corki is his most from the CIS region. We've seen NA teams, Cloud9 specifically last year, make it all the way to semifinals after going through the play-ins. So every region represented here has a big of a challenge, and we'll see if they can make it. Fudge wants it, as you say, but Boss able to flash away, and here comes Ananasik.
Bad timing.
Oh, Fudge. Oh, Fudge indeed. He's dead. And Ananasik will flash away from the tower, and first blood goes to the Unicorns of Love.
That is bot lane. They have the shove on Inax basically the whole time. But it's this top lane that's going to be pushed in that UOL is trying to capitalize on. Echo very good at turret diving once he's 6.
Teleport coming in. Fudge still has the flash. Boss trying to put the damage down with the Dominus. And Anasik going forward.
Careful for the ult!
Chrono break back, but Fudge was just at the edge of it. And now Anasik will pay with his life. Triple gets the kill. Coming in with a TP.
Big outplay by...
Yeah.
Right? But then the other team has GP and Tristana. So it's a bit of a wash in my opinion.
Oh, Destiny did have to flash away just a moment ago. Here comes the Valkyrie. Edward flashing forward. Triple cord out. Can't get away. The suppression comes down, but that's not going to be enough from Babbitt. He's going to have to run back towards the tower. Fudge is teleported in as well. He's in the midst of 5 now with the cannon barrage coming down. King jumping forward, trying to get to Inax, who flashes the wall. King flashes after him, though.
Oh.
Will take him down. Now King needs to jump back across. Boston and Anasik on the chase, and Unicorns have won the fight. They destroy Mammoth in the river.
To happen, but UOL wins the fight in the sense they have map tempo. But once again, Mammoth doesn't want this to stop. Triple's back. He could go for it.
And Anasik does have the ultimate here. Boss going to look to slice and dice across the wall, but the scatter of the weak hits onto an Anasik. He has to jump back. No man's in there. Boss off towards the side already, and Anasik has fallen. The rift out so low. Babbitt here has the players in the game. Babbitt's here is going to get the second dragon of the game. It's an Ocean going across towards Mammoth. And they can... No Man's does have his Trinity Force, but it looks like Mammoth are looking for a play towards him, down
He's
towards
flashless.
the flashless. Babbitt, yeah, just yanks him right back into the Unleashed power. The dredge line hits as well.
Ooh.
Babbitt almost falls, but Mammoth will take the kill. And I expect Babbitt to use the Rift Herald down towards this
Weak
spot.
without being able to take advantage on the other side. You see here, it's like 3 people are down bottom lane, and Mammoth isn't getting any type of turret damage. But if they can get a kill here, maybe they'll turn something into it, and I think they have.
Yeah, I think that's pretty easy for them, but Babbitt isn't even going to burn his Impale. It's another kill for Mammoth up towards the top side. Going to beat Who there as well, because the top 2 teams do go through to the knockout stages. Now, Destiny looking for the engagement to Edward. Look at the damage coming out from the scatter of the weak. The jump in from Anasik with a knockback with a buster shot, and now the re-engage coming out. Babbitt flashing forward, and that's a rampage for Triple. Valkyrie away from No Man's. He used the package to get...
Or clouds rather than oceans at this exact moment, just because there's not a huge amount of poke that comes out from UOL, and there's not a huge number of mana dependencies on Mammoth, so they're kind of just clearing the ocean drakes to try and get to the good ones. In 8 minutes, that Inferno will be big, but if they get this shutdown, it's huge.
Lots of damage coming down, and that's the kill. Triple shutdown. No Man's will take it. Edward and No Man's in the right place at the right
It'd be
time.
unlikely the UOL doesn't scout for a little bit, but yeah, they're going to try and catch UOL while they're scouting.
They are Mammoth on the front line. Babbitt's going to pull back Edward. Edward's not in the best of shape, still lands the knock-up. The Unbreakable Will's doing a lot of work, making him very tanky here, but Fudge flashes in. He's exhausted straight away. King takes down Edward, and there come the kills, rattling through one by one. And Anasik is down, and here goes Boss into the middle of the frame, but he will fall as well. It's a double kill, and King is not done. Almost take down No Man's, but the Hex Drinker shield is enough, and now Inax can turn it back around, and King overstayed. Too much greed from the bot lane up. So Boss is teleporting in. Unicorns of Love trying to make their final stand, trying to make the final play. No Man's
Hoping
going
to get
forward.
in for a steal.
Hoping for a steal. They don't get it. Mammoth secure it. The Oceanic represents as effective as you can with it. Getting the Infernal is great. I expect them to then look towards breaking one of these inhibitors. Right now, Destiny may be looking for a flank position. No Man's on the front line, has the package, but a special delivery of Destiny might be coming in here. Package doesn't get him away. No Man's doesn't click his W, and Mammoth happily accept the kill. And Anasik's going to jump back in, but he is immediately done for. Edward yanked back into the team, yanked off the Summoner's Rift. It's a double for King. It's too easy for Mammoth. They're pushing in for the win.
Yeah, we said Nomads, well, as long as he doesn't get caught by the Skarner ultimate, they're going to be able to wait out this Baron, but he does, and it looks like Mammoth is going to start this group stage 1-0.
Boss trying to do what he can. Triple's flashed in. Inax locked up, and he's going to use the instinct already. Triple's down, and now Boss falling down very quickly as well. He gets the double kill. It's on King. He now needs to put the damage in, but Unicorns of Love have been able to...
I don't know what he's going to wait for. He's going to be going for a flank here as Yoel is going into River, and it's...
Oh, it's a flank on Babbitt.
Yeah.
Is that who you want to knock into your team? Apparently it is. Babbitt gets knocked in. Boss on the front line. Babbitt down to half HP already, and perhaps the flank was next level. 4D chess being played here by Edward. Everyone else is playing TFT, and Edward is just the next week. Boss is down towards the bottom side. Unicorns of Love. Do they fight it?
King hit a ward, so that revealed him temporarily, and Yoel know they're on this Baron.
Here we go, Baron being started. Mammoth just turned straight onto Boss. It was a bait. What was a bait? Mammoth, that was beautiful. And Boss has to slice and dice his way away. Edward in the middle of all the Mammoth now as they try and take the fight. But look at the damage onto Anasik. He's done. That's 3. Mammoth with an absolutely beautiful beautiful play around vision. You were confused, I was confused, but Mammoth knew exactly what they were doing. They ace Unicorns of Love.
Hitting the ward and then immediately pulling off to catch the flank TP from Boss. Sets them off on the right foot for this team fight, and they will win their first game of the play-in stage.
5 years in the making, Mammoth take down Unicorns of Love. Their first win, and what a group we have now in Group A. That is a spicy, spicy one to say the least. And that play at the end, that was composure, that was intelligence on a stage that you didn't expect to see after how many mistakes Mammoth had made during the game. Exactly.
We know that they do have a few issues with their macro. We know that OS has a history of choking on the international stage, at least how they describe it, and they have to constantly play this game of, well, were we choking or are we bad? Believe me, I'm familiar with that game. It sucks to play. But in this...
Interesting, right? Karma received a couple of nerfs recently. Less interesting, the rise, but...
This composition... Bugax gets the push back, and he's ahead by a few CS, but gang, are you going to be all right? Yeah, should be fine. Steel is there in the river as well. So we got a lot of posturing so far as the Ocean Drake has been started. Good body slam comes in there as Steel doesn't necessarily know what he wants to be doing here as the Dragon's going to once again get upset. Phase dive over the wall. Waits for it to come off cooldown. True shot barrage.
Flash ult.
Has to use the ultimate to get out of the way. He used the flash as well.
Yes. Flashed on the spot.
I feel like you only needed to use one of those as he dashes around and that Steel falling down. First blood going over to Adi for ISG, but Slow not going to be able to offer any more after Saya made his way down with the Realm Warp. They just wander out.
Steel.
Okay, Adi finds a nice body slam. Steel getting taken down. Solo trick up again. Can't dodge it this time. Doesn't have either of those cooldowns, of course.
A sliver of himself is almost one-tapping the Echo. This is where the game really turns on, and Isurus already 2 kills and an Ocean Drag in this laning phase is only getting better and better. It's so big. The lanes are kind of just isolated, no roaming between the two, but Isurus, as soon as that hit the 13-minute mark, still looking for the return dive. No cast, but Odi's in.
Coming down. The quickness was there, but it is not enough. Saros now is going to be the dessert. Can they actually grab it? Slow's going to go down for the good of the colony, and Saya misses the Q. Oh, no, it's a disaster. Saros with the outplay under the Atatar bottom lane, and the fadeaway jump shot barrel is not...
He's just fancy feeding all over Isurus, and that's sick.
Yeah, he certainly locked that one down. But you have to say that a lot of it had to do with ISGs. We've got another engage. Zenith play towards the bottom side. Great grand entrance there as Slow is being caught out, and he ain't going anywhere. Utapon locks down that kill as Rangelis has to get out of there. Arcane Shift utilized. In comes Steel. Phase Dive is there, and he's going to be taken down as well. And Dead FM have come alive.
And the complete turnaround of the map. Yes, Steel will go down, but that was the 5-man commit to the bottom side. They want to make something happen. We are after 14 minutes. 15:30 on the clock means that plating is long gone. Turrets are fairly squishy. And actually looking for the return there. Slow and Rangelis, they were looking for that play. Now Saya in trouble, gets knocked up underneath the turret.
Yeah, it's a disaster. Utapon's going to be able to grab that kill for himself, and now this outer turret should be falling down. Looking at Nah as being able to augment the Ezreal that's very pokey, not necessarily a large amount of physical damage because it's so split.
The turnaround happened, right? Slow landed the CC, but Zaya Rakan...
All right, we're going to find the barrel. Bugax makes his way in, nowhere near Meganar, and he's underneath the turret right now as Steel gets himself towards it. Odi goes golden, now still very, very low, but the good sidestep on all those abilities. Evie flashing forward, and now the Kale has joined the game. Bugax finally towards the Meganars. Now they're looking for the turn. Will he get there? He'll press the R button and only find the air, and Evie decides to turn on it. Now it's their turn.
Upgrade there from Utapon, and they're sitting pretty to head into the mid-game.
Yeah, we don't even have Saris completed here from Saya as well as Evie. Could be a gank opportunity. Good boomerang is going to land. Can Bugax actually survive for long enough? But he's got that tanky build. He might just be able to. Ult comes down. Evie. Oh, the layering of CC is beautiful. True Shot Barrage gets rid of the Kale. But now in goes Game. That's a huge knock-up with the grand entrance onto 4 as Utapon has the Feather Storm out, and it is a storm on the top side. Detonation Focus Me have found everyone. Saya now looking for Steel, and he is going to be able to pick that one up as now Rangelis. Can you actually get the work done? Yes, he can find the kill, but he does eventually get taken down. A beautiful team fight, but a sloppy one on both sides. Dead FM come out ahead.
And just as the clock dinged 20, it looked like a complete wipe, but ISG Saya and Warangalas keep the dreams alive. If that was a wash, that could have been Baron. That could have almost been lights out. But here, 1v2 still looking.
The tether. Good knock up there from the grand entrance. And Saya knew he was dead. And he's just going to go down. The Karma picks up that kill. And I love this look.
Isurus, they could just keep taking this one. They've got 3 dragons after this one in their back pocket. Double Ocean if they want to play the side lane. That is super useful. And in this game, like, comp-wise,
it was a lot of gameplay to that particular Ezreal, you know? Press an R button as it comes off cooldown every 15 seconds or something. The Baron is down to half health. Detonation Folks me do a lot of damage to this objective right now as Realm Warp is going to get Saya around here. The pull-off is Steel very, very low, but the quickness dives on in. Gang gets out. The Divine Judgment is going to be there. The hop into the Crush and Bugax is going to be safe for the moment. The re-engage from Slow, but Evie is still a true shot barrage. Is going to take him down to his Guardian Angel, and where Angelus is still at full health. Finally, Udapon finds himself a kill as the resurrection comes through from his GA. And where Angelus finds the extra kills in the back end. This could be it. He's so big, so much lifesteal. Goes down very, very low and isn't going to be taken just yet as the Mantrid Q is going to go just wide. Honey Fruit is delicious and will keep the Ezreal afloat for now as Saya and Slow are looking for Gang and Seros. Detonation Folks, they need
look
to
at
try
the Ocean Dragon. So much
exactly.
HP back.
We keep discounting it, but it's a great Drake. Don't you worry about it. But these Inspires working out well. That is a decent Zenith Blade. And the last 2 kills come in. It's a very delayed one, but it's an ace nonetheless.
But Isurus are finally going to make it work. They've been fishing for these team fights for a very long time, and it's actually Dead FM that give it to them. They start up the Baron, and it's a complete wash here. Ace across the board, and now triple Ocean Dragon. They've had complete control of that side of the map now.
And a position that shouldn't necessarily be this strong against what Dead FM have at this stage of the game, given just who Kale is and who the Zyra is. We've got another fight. It's going to break out. Solar Flare is going to go relatively wide as Evie throws down the Judgment and immediately gets destroyed. Where Angelus now will just find Mystic Shot after Mystic Shot. Gang is going to be the next one on the chopping block. He's got a big shield, but Angelus doesn't care. He just murders him underneath his Nexus turret. It's a double kill as a sneaky Mystic Shot flies in. And now it's only Nexus turrets between Isurus Gaming and a Game 1 victory here at Worlds Plays.
Still the only member left alive. Nexus turret's going to fall, but that is going to be it. Isurus going to start this one off with a 1-0 scoreline. Very good start to the play-ins here.
Yep, making Jake Spawn Tiberi look a little bit better there on the analyst desk as well. Congratulations to the Latin Americans. This is the super team from the 2 combined Latin America North and Latin America South regions. And they have proven it here today. Really beautiful stuff from these guys. And I just love how controlled it was.
Yeah. Well, in 2 facets, right? Because the early game was a lot of forcing. They're looking for the dive, constantly getting countered by Dead FM, and we kind of saw 2 different... Attacking the side lanes is something that Nocturne does very well, so I think that would be the thought process. But back to it, the Tristana. PTA, E on your head, and dive threat actually coming through. Babip has tempo and is going to face check here.
Oh, the Cocoon is going to go wide, though, as Babip does find some Umbral Blades, gets himself the fear there as well. Lyra has to flash to get out, nothing to repel.
Huni.
So as Huni dives on in immediately, the flash comes out of Babip as Fudge has tried to tether him up. A brilliant clutch shield comes out from Fudge to keep his jungler alive, and the volatile Spiderling will get distracted by the minion.
Yeah, but Huni's still sticking around for the play. Lyra, yes, no flash, no HP, but if that channeled recall commits, they do.
Yep, the back does go through there as the Cocoon is flashed. Lyra immediately goes up into the air. Huni now
Huni dead.
He's going to go down. Fudge outplays it. Once again, it's a 1-for-1. My God, more fighting here on the bottom side as Destiny lands a hook, but that was an even 1-for-1 trade in theory.
He's got a Vamp Scepter.
Oh.
So he just trods on back home, works on his Bork, and is just sitting full HP, and every time that trade happens, Fudge... He's gonna... Babip doesn't have an ulti of his own either. This is going to be a difficult one, but it looks like the play.
Emperor's Divide is back available once again. Used just there as a Grand Entrance does land. Ignite down onto Fudge there as well.
Oh, Lyra!
Immediately, Lyra flashes over the wall and just destroys him in his spider form. Babip gets the fear down.
Press the button twice. First one did not get them a kill. Second one didn't actually go in for the play, I believe, in the mid lane, so...
Towards Banshee's Veil, most likely on Triple's side. So a couple of items will be there for the damage dealers on Mammoth. But that's a 3rd Ocean Drake.
At least for the time being, but it really is a case of Clutch have just had this set up the entire game. Double 80 carries in both side lanes, continuing to pressure. This is the first blue buff that Triple has had for a very long time, and he may not even get it.
Yeah, we have the Empress Divide, but the Shockwave's even better. Babib's going to go down. Triple shifts the sands again, trying to escape, but it's not going to work this time. Lyra grabs that kill, and it's 4-1 in favor of Clutch.
Kaiser is not going to be enough to contest with, so another absolutely free objective here is going to go the way of Clutch, and
7,000 gold is the lead that is only going to get towards, you know, King with a Hurricane being able to dive bomb the back
No
line,
way.
things like that, but they just wander in and take Popcorn Chickens, and will do so. It's one of the first jungle camps that he's taken for himself, as he's not going to get any more. He's going to get sent to the Death Chamber. The last crit is going to be enough there from Cody-san, who even gets the mana back with his shield. This one will be that Elder, as they weren't quite able to get there in time to force an extra dragon. Probably works out relatively well here for Clutch, who want to be able...
Understated, this one will die very quickly, but Mammoth here for the contest.
Yeah, they still want this fight. It's not going to be the Baron going over, but can they find a team fight is the question.
What?
The Baron down the wild, that's stolen with a Void Seeker! What the hell was that? 1 health!
Why did that happen?
Real rough, Bryce. I saw you tensing up there a little bit.
Just for a second. Now they've swapped sides, but every now and again, Hook is on, actually.
He gets at max range. Huge shield comes in as the Paranoia flies forward as well. Babib goes into his stopwatch, but now the Grand Entrance perfectly timed as Lyra locks down the kill on his opposite number. Mammoth disengaged, but that's that one pick, again, that Clutch have been using all game, and they'll use that to get an Elder Drake.
And that's all they need. A path to the Dragon Pit. Mammoth just reset on the other side of the map. The Hook landed, but perfectly timed.
Not the Baron buff, as Mammoth now have to try and find a way back to their own base. Vulcan looking for it. Huni, of course, looking for it. As he dives on him, he's got another engage coming forward. That's a really great quickness to lock them all up. And King the first to die. That should mean the end of Mammoth. And Huni, that time, was over-aggression that was warranted. That time, he's going to win the game for his team.
Triple,
as Empress Divide is going to come down onto DeMonte. He should be falling here as Triple will get it with the last Q, but in the meantime, we've got 280 carries spending some time with some structures. That's exactly what you want if you're Clutch, and the gatekeeper is Lyra. The Nexus falls down and Clutch are on the board, 1-1.
And in completely unsuspecting fashion, right? This is a very different Clutch that fans that we've seen for a very long time, super slow, super defensive, after what's happened earlier on in the day, but they're able to equalize a 1-1 scoreline, ending the game without Baron. Elder Dragon and a Huni was enough to close that one out.
And the 1 health Baron happened just to make sure that we were all entertained along the way. Absolutely fantastic stuff. That is going to tie the scoreline with everyone in this group. So we're 1-1 apiece.
To start again.
Group A.
Start again.
Yeah, let's do it.
Today's doesn't matter.
Is it even a double round? A long time. And they've set up a team fighting front-to-back composition that is extraordinarily standard, and it will be answered by the Lysandra. Pretty, and now Oddie has to limp away. Oh no.
Disastrous there from Oddie. Very nicely timed stutter step. That's a flash.
Gets the passive. Bugax is burning him down. Waiting for another parlay. Can he get there? Needs to stay in range and gets the first blood. Solo kill for the Gangplank top lane.
Can he live from the Java? No, ward in the bush. Barrow will give him some movement speed. Dodges the flag drag.
Yeah, is able to slow him down quite a lot there as well. Gets a flash out of Xerxes. That's definitely good news. As
can he juke it?
I don't think he's
can he juke it? He can juke it!
Gets out the way. Flag bumps him on the skull. Oh no! He'd done everything right until he didn't. As North
she is right now. Saya would be super long rotation away between a pink ward, but actually went in for the play. Didn't get the steal.
Yeah, wasn't able to. And another flag is going to come down. Now Humanoid looking for flashes to try and get the chain. Looks to offer some damage back because he can't do anything else. And Norskarin is going to grab that kill.
And that is exactly it. Saya underneath his turret, 0 mana, no contest, and Humanoid commits to the play, now opening up the opportunity to get themselves an Ocean Dragon. We've had
How many of these damn Ocean Drakes do we need?
This is the 7th one we've had so far in the last 3 games, and Splice, they're just going to claim it.
That's the maximum amount of Ocean Drakes we could possibly have.
And no...
6 points, though, from where we're from.
Yeah, not bad. Good choice.
Yeah, easy. As Humanoid, speaking of which, is looking for a very low health Gangplank. This could be a comfortable one. Remember, there's no ultimate available.
Flash?
Decent flash, but the distortion is going to be there, and Humanoid locks down the kill. Splice
Proto Belt means he can just kind of eat waves whenever he wants. if he can get into that position, but really not what you expected here. Bot lane, though.
Yeah, that's the flag and drag. Cataclysm comes in there as well as Angelus does pop the ultimate, gets himself to relative safety, but you can't say the same for Slow. He goes down, Kobe grabs another one. That Q lands, but Odi doesn't want it.
It's going to be a complete concede here for Isurus. No way ability to get into this one. You can see the vision control pinks on either side of the river. Nothing to be done about this one.
Yep, and that was pinks that they prepared earlier as well, right? This is Splice. Do it again.
Little bonk on the back of the head.
I want him to do it again.
Ooh.
He's not going to.
Oh, and E-burnt.
Disaster. Well, speaking of disasters, Angelus is here, does have the ultimate, is going to use it, but Norskeren knows exactly what's up, and Kobe is going to be delivered on a silver platter. Yet another holding on to this minion wave to try and give more gold over to Angelus, but oh man, 5,000 gold is the lead here, and Splice are not looking like they're letting up, as there's the Flash Nara into the wall. Chachi's woken up, gets the solo kill onto the jungler, and Saya says, well, it was nice to see you.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. That's not on brand.
Ooh, blind!
Speaking of which, that's going to be an ult onto Norskeren as he gets himself out. Odi down to about half health. The Cataclysm comes in, but already Isurus have got that first kill, traded immediately as Slow does go down. The feathers are retracted and Saya is stunned up as Humanoid trying to get that poke damage in. Vizichachi turns up, but it might be a little bit too late. As Bugax is going to eat some oranges. He's going to be K. Walks
this Infernal Dragon, so in a world of triple oceans every single game, a pre-20-minute double Infernal Dragon team with the likes of Azaya.
Just split pushing, like you say, up towards the top side. Up there because he's the one with the cleanse, as Kobe does have to use the Feather Storm, but everyone hit. There's the kick flash, and they move back forward. They've nailed down the 80 carry, but can they still win the fight? Where Angelus ults out at the nick of time to keep himself alive. He was burning down, but he's going to be safe for the moment.
We'll just risk the game. Let's 5v5. Like, let's go. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we have to do it, but
I mean, the chances of you losing at this stage, you know, with 3 Infernals is real low, and Bugax, he knows that it's going to be really tough. Put in the Cataclysm, Vizichachi, he just wants to get some autos in. Look at that big nut trying to get the work done. He just wanders away. And in the meantime, Kobe's down again. We found a dredge line. How did Bugax survive? That was ridiculous. Humanoid is going to be dead as well, and this might be the throw.
3 members walk Isurus out of nowhere, find 2 picks, and they're just going to start this one up.
Yep, Xerxes is alive, so he can get there to try and contest. Say is going to come in with full health, full mana. On this Lissandra, he can ult Xerxes to stop him from getting his smite in range.
Chachi.
Isurus Gaming, they're committing to the Baron by the looks. Wallop is going to go wide, throwing houses into this pit as the quickness bunches them all up. A huge knock-up. It's a bouncy castle in the Baron pit, but Angelus is off the back. He's off to the side. He's untouched, but now he's not in range to do damage. Bugax, are you going to be okay? And he is. No one's going to get the Baron.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Kai'Sa over the wall just meant no damage, and okay.
Yep, Saya going to ult himself to keep himself alive, but the Baron not going to be able to do that. It's just going to go down, and it's well shielded. Isurus look like they just don't have any idea of what to do, let alone going for anything. The inhibitor is going to fall without any response from the Latin American team. Bugax down towards the bottom side, wants to get barrels in position for wave clear, but he can't even do that as Vizichachi moving towards, once again, another inhibitor turret. Angelus looking for some farm here, but it's not going to do it. I mean, stop farming. You need to stop your Nexus from just being passively destroyed by this European squad. The wall there meant enough space was bought in order to lock down that turret. And now they're just going to brute force. Humanoid once again is in. That's the QR combo into Saya down to half health. Cannon Barrage is in now as well, but it's not quite enough. Great knock-up. That's going to grab Slow for the first kill. Immediately, Saya follows up as Vizichachi gets a huge wallop under 2. Angelus, you can't killer instinct your way out of this one. He goes golden to see the rip for a little while longer without the black and white, but it is going to have to come through. The Nexus turrets are next, and Splice will be 2-0 here at the World's Play-Ins.
And questions were there, but such a dominant performance against both of their opponents. DenFM and Isurus fall to the wayside here. And in very commanding fashion. Absolutely nothing in terms of opportunities given away there, but yeah, Splice coming out today. 2-0 start is exactly where you want to be as the European representatives in Group B, and that's a fantastic start to Worlds.
Yep, really nicely done. Much cleaner as well. I feel like, you know, Splice are a team that can cleanly play the macro game, but we didn't see it as much in their last one. I mean, Dead FM had their weird mishap when it came to the draft, things like that, but even then there were some weird opportunities that they managed to find stuff. This game was, there was one moment when a gangplank survived, and that's the closest.